everyone. This is Donna's Happy Hour. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications of the videos. And please leave a comment. Thank you. Have a great day. Here's another one of Chris.
Way back. That was taken by my friend Michael.
Okay.
In Tosca. And I'm probably 17 or 18, maybe 18 at that point.
Okay. All right. Wow.
And that's at South Mountain Reservation by what used to be the deer paddock.
South Mountain. I'm not
That's
familiar.
It's kind of South Orange.
Is it?
New
Okay.
Jersey.
Okay.
And they had a fenced off area where the deer were.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. And now, is this when you met? All right, I'm just trying to figure this one out here a little bit.
That's way back. I didn't know anybody back then.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, so you didn't know, all right. And then this is your first gig or
first gig? I had a band
first band
in high school called Old Friends, and that is the first time that we ever played. We played at the Maplewood Library.
Oh,
I think we got paid $15.
Oh, wow.
But who cares?
Oh, that's
great.
Right. That's great. Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
And that
and I,
is
of course, I have my back
fantastic.
to the, or I'm turning away from it.
Well,
that's my old J200 guitar too.
Oh, really? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, you don't want to hear that
I'd love
story.
to have that one.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah, it does, unfortunately. And then
Somebody figured they deserved it more than I did.
And let's hope they used it well.
No, I wouldn't count it.
No, I wouldn't either. Oh, this is adorable. I love this one. This is like my favorite. And this is with his kitty cat, his little kitten.
My little Josie.
His little Josie. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So anyway, let's have Chris, if you want to do the honors and sing.
All right. Well, let's see.
You can do anything from No Promises, because that, like I said, every one of those.
Something I can't put my finger on. It comes and goes, but from where I can't really say. It's here and gone, an hour, a week, or day. Mysterious little bird, I watch her fly away, and if I tried to hold her down, put her in a cage, train her to do tricks for me, she'd surely fly away. 'Cause it's just not in her nature to be anything but free. And I'll try hard to remember that she made no promises to me. She doesn't have a name, at least not one she'll tell. She gives me clues and points the way, but lets me go myself. She won't reveal the reasons or how she picks the hour to visit herself on me. She keeps her secrets to herself, and if I tried to hold her down and put her in a cage, train her to do tricks for me, she'd surely fly away. 'Cause it's just not in her nature to be anything but free. And I'll try hard to remember that she made no promises to me.
to tell you, you know, it's so funny. When Chris gave me his CD, I listened to that thing. You know, like when I loved the Beatles, you know, you just listen to that album over and over and over again. When you gave me your CD, I did the same thing because I
Wow.
love it. And so I know practically most of the words to all of your songs.
Wow.
But what's so funny is that I'm sitting here and I want to sing along, but then I remember I'm mic'd up. You don't want to hear that. But anyway, I did want to show, and if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
these are all the fellows that played on. Is that who
That's
played on there?
three of those guys did. Yes.
Okay.
Steve Gechter, and who's the guy on the left.
Okay.
He played some of the keyboards on No Promises.
Okay.
Graham Maybe, who's all the way on the right and kind of leaning over me there,
Right there. Okay.
was the bass player on the album.
Okay.
Dennis Dyken, who's the drummer for the Smithereens, he's the guy in the back, kind of right behind me.
Okay.
And this is actually all of us playing with a guy named John Hawken, who's a phenomenal keyboard player with a really great history. Was part of the British invasion. He was in a band called the Nashville Teens, and they did Tobacco Road, which was a big hit for them.
Oh, wow.
And then he went on to be with Spooky Tooth and the Strawbs and the original lineup of Renaissance. He really got around. He was like one of the, you know, really major keyboard players from the British invasion.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
And he lives in
wow.
Central Jersey.
Oh, really?
He's
No
still
kidding.
around. Yeah, I went to see him
Wow.
play a little over a year ago, I guess, and he still sounds phenomenal. Great
Wow.
and great guy too.
Wow.
Very, you know, very pleasant company.
Company. Ah, that's not. And you know what I did want to show, if I can find it, is, and I know it's here. This one here. Now, this picture here is of Chris, and you can kind of give the background.
That's Andy White. We did a show actually with Dennis. Dennis had a group for a while called Bell Sound, where he was doing a lot of music that he wrote. Dennis Dyken from the Smithereens, and we did a show at the Morris Museum where we were really spotlighting a lot of rock bands from New Jersey. And Andy White lived in, I think, Caldwell.
Okay.
You know, but he's originally from Scotland.
Oh,
And
really?
he used to teach drumming at the Shillelagh Club to their pipe and drum people.
Wow. Oh.
And but he was the session drummer who played on Love Me Do.
Love
and he
Me
also
Do.
played with I don't know if he did the recording, but I know he played on It's Not Unusual.
Okay.
Tom Jones.
Right.
I think he might be on the studio recording of that. And he also played, I think, on Downtown.
Oh,
For
wow.
Petula
No
Clark. He was an
kidding.
in-demand
Oh, wow.
session drummer, I mean, of that era.
Right.
And he's probably on a lot of other British invasion records. It was not an uncommon thing for, it's actually what happened with the Beatles initially, to bring in a really professional drummer to play with these young groups to keep them in time. You know?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So,
oh, wow.
you know, there's another guy from that era named Bobby Graham who played on a lot of stuff. He played on
Right.
early
That
Kinks
name
records.
I'm familiar with.
Right, but
Interesting.
Andy White, you know.
Wow.
was-
Wow.
so he
And
lived
Love
both
Me
ways,
Do
so-
is the Beatles. So
Right.
if anybody
Right.
is wondering, Love Me Do.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did a couple of other songs at the session. I
Uh-huh.
think we did P.S. I Love You and
Oh, wow.
something else. But yeah, but there's
Wow.
there's two released versions of Love Me Do, and I think it's on Love Me Do, and one of them has tambourine, and one of them doesn't. The
Okay.
one that doesn't have tambourine is Ringo on drums, and the one that has tambourine is Ringo on tambourine.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh, wow.